Oh, hello. Messing with these. Here we go. Good evening, everybody. How's that sound? Can you hear that? You like that? All right. I'm not really the PA guy, but I guess I'm the PA guy now, so I'm trying to figure this out. Does that sound loud enough?
Go a little bit.
A little more?
A little more.
There's not a good monitor, so it's hard to tell which you guys can hear. How's that? Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Hey, Nick Ross, I see you out there, buddy. Woo! Come on in, coming in from the cold. Well, welcome, you guys. You made it. It's Monday night. We do stand-up comedy every Monday night, and then we follow it with a musical open mic. Enoch will be here a little later to satisfy your musical desires. So hopefully, I saw a gal over here brought a guitar. So you guys like guitar? Anybody? Anybody like guitar?
I do.
Nobody?
I play guitar.
All right. Well, it's a free, fun format. We sign up sheets right over here. Anybody can do it. So feel free to sign up. What about you guys? Which one of you guys is the funniest guy? I don't know. It's a fun game to try to talk one of you guys into doing it. That's something people like to do. So think about it, But they got good food, good drinks, and also on that note, everybody give it up for Christy behind the bar. Woo! Bringing it home. Appreciate her so much. And also, give it up for the master of the kitchen in the back, Jordan, cooking all that delicious food. Give it up for her. Woo! We love Jordan, Christy. The staff here is amazing. The food's amazing. The drinks are great. And the crowd, the people are lovely too. You guys are very lovely. Yeah, I'm feeling the good energy, man. I'm feeling the vibes, So we're gonna do some jokes. We're gonna do some stuff. As per usual, I'll just start this time. If you wanted to start, Cody, I'd let you go.
No, go for
But
it.
I'll go. I brought my notes because this is something I haven't worked on very much. In fact, I'll talk about that in a bit. So you'll hear.
Ha! Oh, what a pun. You'll do that later in the
Oh yeah, shout out to Caroline for the joke book. Thank you. Exactly. She got this for me for my birthday, so that's very sweet. So I wrote some stuff. This is an older bit, like I said, but I've barely done it. I'm trying to make it work. The lighting up here is really terrible, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But hold on a sec here, too. I think we can fuck with this a little. There we go. How's that? Is that any better? You can't even tell. It's too high now. You like it. Whatever. We're going to move with it. So, I don't know if you guys have been watching the news. Russia's bombing Ukraine. Ukraine's bombing Russia. America, we're bombing Venezuela. And I am here down here bombing also, all the time. So, and the beauty of that is I wrote this joke, when I first wrote this set, somewhere else will get bombed. It's a timeless thing. You don't have to rewrite new shit because somewhere will always be getting bombed. So then I can just say I'm bombing up here. It's a classic joke and I'm reusing it. I'm good at recycling. I like to go green. So, but then it got me thinking about all the bombing, all the war, all the battles. I started thinking about doing maybe some jokes about the military. Any veterans in the house? Any veterans? Anybody? No veterans? All right, well, maybe on the camera veterans, So, and that's what I'm going to say is, we appreciate you for your service, all you watching on the internet. Thank you for your service. We appreciate the veterans. We love them. We honor them. But I will make jokes about everything, if you know that. But I do hold the military in the highest regard. I appreciate them and what they do. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't joke about it, because I joke about everything. So, with that being said, I wanted to bring up what I talked about in the beginning. There's only one night around here that open mics happen. It's Mondays. There's a Monday here. There's a Monday at the field hall. There's a Monday at the barn. There's now another open mic at the Howling Moon on Monday that opened. So, all the mics you can do are on Monday. It's hard to hit more than one. So we don't get a lot of experience out there. You can't just go to the open mics, So I started this one. That's how this one started. But, we don't get a lot of practice. So in my bit, I wanted to compare the military and comedians. What do you guys think? $20 on the line. These guys, they must be gambling. I get excited. I get fired there. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to liken some military stuff to some comedian stuff and some stuff about me. A lot of times when I say comedians, I usually just mean me. So So I was going to say, what do we got here?
No sea change.
Yeah, we practice here. We need more practice. There's only one mic. So we want to take these jokes from basic training to military industrial complex, which is cool because the acronym for that would be MIC. So that's how you do it. Is that a mic? What do you guys think? You guys want to sign up? I can tell. You guys are fiery. The passion. They don't even know I'm talking to them. I love it. I do too. Is it crowd work if the crowd doesn't respond? I'm not really sure what qualifies with that, you know. That's all right. It's a dive bar, you know. We always get the people in here just having a drink, having a good time. So we roll with it. It's a little Wild West out here. We love it. But like I said, we're like weekend warriors doing this once a week. We don't have enough mics out here to become seasoned comedians without traveling. So we're not really like servicemen or military guys. We're more like the National Guard, you know, the weekend warriors. We don't get enough practice with the real shit, you know. So we kind of oh yeah, this is where this shit gets weird. I heard about the National Guard in a flyer down at the Kinko's. There's a flyer on the door. It was talking about the National Guard, how you could join and just be in on the weekends and stuff. So I was down there printing all these flyers for a show that none of you guys went to. Nobody showed up, so that was a pretty good trip to the Kinko's. Pretty worth it. So, but like I said, we're not real soldiers, but I wanted to show some contrast between comedians and, you know, like a military serviceman, they call him an asset. I'm more like an ass hat, you know, similar, but not quite the same thing. But, so I started thinking about the stuff that involves with the military. For instance, guns, that's the first thing. The military's got the guns. I don't think the comedians should have the guns. I'm thinking that a lot of comedians probably aren't even legally allowed to have guns. You know, mentally unstable to do stuff like this. So maybe they shouldn't have guns. But then what about like, they might check out these guns. You know, that's a standard issue joke. Come on, you know what it is. So, but then next you go to the tank, which is the big gun. And me, I'm not even sure I could work a tank top, you know what I mean? It's like, it's got 4 holes. That's more than my sex doll, and I can't figure that thing out. So, I don't really know how to, you know, the military's not knocking down my door is what I'm getting at here. But, maybe like armored vehicles, you know, that's a military thing. But what about like a comedian might just like use armor, they wouldn't even use armor all in the car they live in, because comedy doesn't really pay a lot of money until you're very successful. So there's a lot of homeless comedians out there, you know, it doesn't pay that well. So, and that will factor into some of the stuff we'll talk about in a little bit here. But what else we got? Oh, the Navy.
There's more?
Oh, there's a lot more. This is a longer set, because it's just you and me, Cody, unless Nikki signs up, or unless Caroline signs up, who knows? Maybe Sarah will sign up. Welcome, Sarah. We got room on the sign-up sheet. This gal brought a guitar, so she's like, get the fuck out of the way, I'm trying to play some music. Well, you'll get your time. You'll get your time. But, so we're running a little long with just the two of us, Cody. But, like I said, though, the Navy, they got boats. Most comedians, myself, I can't afford a boat. Can you afford a boat, Cody?
No.
We're in the same boat. Well, you know,
You
exactly.
are crazy.
I know, exactly. It's real fucking brainy one.
I have a rowboat, so does that count?
Oh, shit. We're not in the same. You're a fucking executive. This guy's got a rowboat. I don't even have that. I got a toy boat. But, then we go, of course, well, let's move on to airplanes. It's the next progression, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like, I started thinking about it, and if you were on an airplane, you think of the people you don't want to sit next to, like a fat person or a baby, or a comedian, to be honest. Because comedians are like, you know, they're loud, they got their opinions. A comedian's job is to incite hysteria, and they don't like that on the airplane. You know, so then you might end up on the no-fly list. Like myself, I am not fly, so I qualify for the list. And
we're both on that list.
It's a long list, you know.
It is.
But also to be in the military, you got to be in peak physical condition, and I peaked long ago. That's a distant memory. And I'm not really in the condition to even do physical comedy, you know what I mean? Probably more likely to do, instead of like a push-up, I do like a push-pop with the yogurt, you know? The sherbet. Yeah, those are good. I love those.
Flintstone ones.
Flintstone?
It just has Flintstone on
Oh,
the
yeah,
outside.
you're right. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, yeah. Or like, what else we got, though? Oh, yeah, the only running I do is my mouth, clearly. And if I drink too much, I might not even be able to jog my memory, so we'll see how all that works out later. And I start thinking in the military they give you promotions, The only promotion in comedy is like a flyer on the door that some asshole printed at Kinko's, That's the only kind of promotion you'll see. But, I know you guys didn't show. I'm still salty about it, you can tell. But, yeah, I'm going to tell some rank jokes, though, you know what I mean? They're generally good in a major way, unless they're private, because no one really likes an inside joke. That's not cool.
Funny.
But I get it, rank jokes stink. And that one deserved corporal punishment. Exactly. Oh, shut up, exactly.
A 3x5 index card.
Yeah, that's one for your fucking shit right there. But also the military will give you money for college. If you're a comedian, you're probably just going to a college to buy drugs or to sell drugs. You're there for the PhD, I'm there for the PCP. Let's go. That's how we party. But there's clown college. I don't know if that counts. Imagine that, a building full of clowns. Yuck, I don't like it. And then I'm just saying, like, just throw in mines and complete the nightmare. You know what I mean? Just get them all together in one building. And I started thinking if they were hanging out together, like the clown would squirt the water in the mime's face.
It looks like you're doing.
What? Milking? What do you got?
You should not squirt water in my face anyway.
Yeah, with the flour,
I know.
You don't like, is it turning you on?
No.
What's your pleasure?
Ultra.
She's at home.
Oh, your old lady? She can't watch a live stream, this is a recorded version.
No, but she still has ears that can hear it. So.
It could be.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's cool.
I'm not that fast.
I'm glad that
I'm
she
not
has
that
to
good. I'm not that good at editing.
She get her hearing checked and everything? Is it pretty good?
Better than mine, apparently.
Okay, I heard that. Well, they used to do that at my work. This is not even in the bit, but this is totally true. At my work, this guy, we took the hearing test in the van, and he goes, I heard it go beep, beep, beep. And then beep, beep, beep. He's like, and then I couldn't hear it, but I knew it was going, so I hit the button. And I was like, you fucking cheated on your hearing test? Like, what's the point of that? I didn't even have a joke for it. I just think that's a hilarious story. So, like I said, though, we're running long tonight. We're going to do a loose one. So, but yeah, so I was thinking maybe we could do like a boot camp kind of a thing. That's what we need to get us fucking weekend warriors whipped into shape, where we could work on things like breaking down and reassembling a joke, or timing on the attack, maybe reloading a set, which is what I'm doing now. I need more familiarity with it, so I'm trying to kind of read it a little here, But we can learn these things. We become a real comedy troupe. Yes, sir, we can do it. You and me, Cody, to the moon. But I started thinking also the military, they like to control your health. They do the vaccines and stuff. There's Agent Orange, clearly. That sounds like a Clue character, I think. It was definitely Agent Orange. And the conservatory with the wrench. Also, I've never been to a house with a conservatory. But maybe one day.
There's two of us.
Yeah. But I think comedians do drugs better. I just smoked some crack a little bit ago. So that's pretty good. But then I come up here and I do a set and I bomb. And I get the PTSD. And it sends me right back to the pipe, I'm hooked again. And it's a vicious cycle, you know what I mean? You're never going to break yourself free. So.
You would be that unique story in an AA meeting.
Yeah, I would. I can see that.
It's not the pot.
Speaking from the heart. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like the military, you got to get back to the base. I got to get back to the free base,
Yeah.
Got to get all fucked up. It's an addiction, And I think that drugged up people are funnier, that dated after Dennis Kidd. You got Player Pimp that came down here and called everybody Player Pimp. He's fucking high as a kite. Hilarious, though. The guy's just super funny. So, and then you get Rehab. That's not funny, clearly. Nobody fucking budged on that one. So, but I start thinking about other things. If you're a military serviceman, you gotta have respect for authority. And I'll tell you, comedians don't have respect for authority. A comedian will cuss out the manager of a Kinko's for no reason. So you gotta be careful with that. And also, what about teamwork? That's very important if you're in the military. But if you're a comedian, this is like a solo mission up here. You know, you're alone. You know, it's brutal. You know, so I'm not really sure. And then you got to say like teamwork. Would you trust me? Like, would you trust me with your life in my hands? Because you shouldn't trust me with the mic in my hands. You know, I'll fucking eviscerate you. So, and if you want me to watch your back, I'll probably just steal your wallet. So
I would trust you to call 911.
You're bold. You trust me. Other people will, though. There'll be people around. But I started thinking about another one too, protection. You know, they got helmets and such. They use a lot of different types of protection. So that's another area that we vary and differ. You know. So, and also this thing about the terminology. Like in comedy, if you're killing it, you're doing good. If you're dying, you're doing bad. I think that's synonymous with the military. You know, I would say. And I've definitely told some fucking war crimes up here before. You know, I think we all have, kind of getting our feet wet, some bad jokes. That's the way it goes. And I've witnessed atrocities too. Oh yeah, I was going to say I did some war crimes. I broke the Geneva Con. Because, you know, everything's con now. So why don't they call it not the Geneva Convention, but Geneva Con? Just make it hip. You know, bring it back. We'll call it Geneva Con. It's cool. It's hip. Hip is not even hip. I'm way off. But, so, when I started thinking about, though, the atrocities that I've witnessed, the PTSD that I suffer from all the horrible experiences up here, and then I started thinking about the idea where you might just like, you know, you pour out some liquor for all the people who died up here, you know, on stage. Came up and gave the ultimate sacrifice. You left it all on the line up here just for maybe one laugh, you know. So, moment of silence for those guys, you know. But you can't do a moment of silence joke because Carlin already did that. And I get my copies at Kinko's, not at Carlin's. So, as you've heard, you know. But you know, that's it. I guess military jokes. Figured I'd take a shot at them, you know. And don't worry, this is only a training exercise. If there was an actual show, you'd probably see a flyer on the door, probably printed at the Kinko's, you know. So, and I guess that's it, really. I'm Brando. Thanks, you guys. God bless the troops. Thank you for your service, and thank you guys for witnessing this tonight. And like I said, there's plenty of room on the sign-up sheet. We're going to move on. We got one more comedian signed up as of